reinventing classics for a new generation of gamers. That's the model many companies have adapted in today's gaming industry. The cult classic Saturn title Panzer Dragoon has not seen an official release since the 2000 Sega Ages copy exclusively released in Japan. The 14-year gap filled fans with confusion on when the next adaptation of the title would be released. MegaPixel Studios has been tasked by Sega to bring the Saturn classic to modern specs, but what differences does a remake have to the original? And is it a worthy retelling of the bona fide classic? I'm gonna take a look at the original 95 release to see what significant changes MegaPixel Studios has added to adapt the Dragon simulation. With full disclosure, a big thank you to Forever Entertainment for providing me with the Switch review code to take a deeper look at the title. Panzer Dragoon was a launch title showcasing the Saturn's potential in graphics. Games depicting expansive 3D worlds were still a brand new concept that was only properly executed on PC. While the title looked pretty impressive at the time, it eventually began showing its age. It can be argued that some episodes of Dragoon can be visually unidentifiable in today's scope of gaming technology. Recording footage for the Saturn version had my head scratching on identifying the title's environment and scenery. MegaPixel's task was to provide as much visual context as possible while still retaining the creative ideas of the original. The simple answer is that they have succeeded. The open ruined waters have been bolstered with mountainous terrain and colorful fauna. Pixelated forests now cover a draw distance that the original could not even provide. Even the Imperial ships have a much more intimidating appearance than the weather balloons that were in the original. This visual model has been applied to all 7 episodes of the game, expanding a rich world that many fans begged to be adapted. The frame rate is a consistent 30 FPS both docked and undocked for the Switch. As you can see here, MegaPixel has focused on delivering a combination of visual pleasure and gaming experience. And this is where Panzer Dragoon gathers its strength in providing players with a simple but effective gameplay in combination with lush environments. Boss fight debuts significantly bring down the FPS and stall the experience, later springing back up to 30 during the fight. This unfortunately does bring down the pacing of each episode to a confusing conclusion, as it does not match the consistency of everything else. Hopefully this small detail can be optimized in a future patch by Forever. The trumpets of the dragons herald the return of late Yoshitaka Aozuma's original score, and it cannot be more suited for the remake. Flying through each episode brings back the ethereal experience I felt when I first played Saturn's Panzer Dragoon. Everything matched so perfectly with each other, I couldn't help but feel amazed at how MegaPixel has crafted this experience. For purists of the original, this is a better experience you remember back in '95. A 102 patch released by Forever has brought new audio effects and soundtracks to add a refreshing taste. The footage I recorded here shows a before and after of the sound effect patch, and you can see here the soundtracks closely resemble a similar pitch of the Saturn Dragon. Brand new music just for this title has been added thanks to Saori Kobayashi, Aozuma's future successor of the Panzer Dragoon series and composer for the legendary Panzer Dragoon saga. While a simple musical remix has been added, this brings a new atmosphere and pacing the original cannot possibly retain. All of these soundtracks are very much welcome and a great addition to re-experiencing the title. Finally, to modernize the game, MegaPixel created a modern control scheme mapping the aim to the right stick and movement to the left reminiscent of what is being played today. For veterans, relearning a new control scheme is a difficult habit to understand. Spending time with it, however, rewards you with a better overall movement that makes it easier to dodge and move your reticle at the same time, something that the original Panzer Dragoon could never provide, as well as the previous ports of Panzer Dragoon. Unfortunately, changing schemes during gameplay cannot be done. The only way to complete this is by stopping gameplay and going back to the main menu, which is tedious to say the least. A patch would be welcome to fix this during gameplay, but I've been told by Forever themselves that controls will be reworked and updated with future patches, so this may come along at some point. I've seen many complaints regarding the game's length, and while this can be finished in 2 hours, the game does push for replaying on higher difficulties and reaching a higher score. Leaderboards and comparing these with fans would have been a very nice touch, but at the end of the day, this is the same length as the original. Everything about the Panzer Dragoon Remake pays a faithful representation of the Saturn classic, but does not seek to expand that. And that is not a bad perspective by any capacity. Purists will love and appreciate the time MegaPixel has taken to faithfully recreate this experience. The game can be downloaded right now on the eShop for $24.99. I do feel the price is a bit more expensive than most people would like to ask for, with $15 or even $20 being the sweet spot. Considering this is a new chance to step back into Panzer Dragoon with a refreshing coat of paint alongside new minor details is a worthy purchase, especially on the Nintendo Switch. Once again, I would like to personally thank Forever Entertainment for providing a review copy for the title, and very much looking forward to Panzer Dragoon Remake when that releases very soon. Thank you guys so much for taking a look at the video, and if you love what you saw, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing for more gaming comparisons, including Panzer Dragoon. I previously released a port versus port of Panzer Dragoon, so for the best authentic experience of the original, feel free to check that out. Finally, my Twitter and Twitch are down below, so you can check out when I am streaming daily. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you very soon.